Girls, it's good to be back. It's SEU Fire Esports, and we're here with some Overwatch. Our preseason game is going to be getting started in just a few moments. My name is Finberry, and it is my pleasure to be your caster tonight for our black team. We also have a red team playing tonight, and that recording is being casted over by Austin, and that game should be good. You're not going to want to miss it. Go check it out on our YouTube channel, SEU Fire Esports. It'll be posted ASAP after this stream. Should be getting them up hopefully sooner rather than later. But as technology goes, we're going to have to wait and see. But this is going to be an exciting game if I had to guess. SEU versus Western Michigan. And to be honest, I'm ready to get into it. We have a new black team this semester, and I'm really excited to see how this team gets together. They've only really been practicing as a team for a short amount of time now. So I'm interested to see how they mesh together in an actual game. So, in case you don't know, we had a couple members changing squads here, and of course some people graduated. So, we have a bit of a different roster here, and it's going to be cool to see these two new players coming in. We have Kale Games and Champ 101, who are going to be our new players. If you saw any last semester, that's why they're new, because, hey, sometimes things change. But Western Michigan University and SEU, I think this is going to be an exciting match. And you know what the best part is? If you don't remember from last semester, one of my favorite things was being able to spectate both teams. And tonight we're going to have that fantastic privilege of spectating both teams. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to do that. But before we get into that, I kind of want to talk about the recent balance changes that came out just last week, and if I think those are going to be affecting the gameplay at all. Overall, they were kind of minuscule changes in the grand scheme. They weren't super huge, but I think they still have a pretty big impact on the characters they did affect. For example, we saw Ball, good old Wrecking Ball, his knockback has been reduced by 25% power, so, there's a little bit there where it's like, hey, his knockback isn't as good as it used to be, so are we going to see him used for that strat as much anymore? Most likely not, because obviously it's not as powerful as it used to be. But a couple of the changes that are more major and I really want to focus on are the ones to Reaper into Orisa. If you didn't know, Reaper got his projectiles damage reduced by 3, going from 8 to 5 per shot, but the spread has been reduced. It's become a more choked shot, more in one area centered, so you have a little bit more of that range to it, where it actually, all the projectiles are hitting, but they are dealing less damage overall. I would say overall, though, from experiencing it and talking to some of the other players on the team, it's overall kind of a bit of a pseudo buff in a sense, because, hey, you have that little bit of extra range where you're a tiny bit more effective than you were before. So it's going to be interesting to see Reaper being played, because of course he is meta right now, and this doesn't change that at all. But the really interesting change, and honestly this is one thing that I was kind of like, hey, that's surprising that, Kale, that this is exactly something that I felt this ability should do from the get-go, and that's her hold fast now prevents headshot damage. If you shoot Orisa in the head while using the steadfast hold fast ability, her shift ability, for default key bindings, well, surprise, surprise, now you don't take the extra headshot damage. So that's going to be an interesting change. It makes it so you're not only taking reduced damage in the first place, but if you can't be headshot, that's more reduced damage because you're not taking the bonus damage from being shot in the head. So, with that in mind, it honestly makes her a lot tankier, and she is kind of starting to see a little bit of a rise because of that. Do I think we will see that tonight? I'm not really thinking so. At least not from SU. I haven't been seeing them run it while they've been practicing. As for Michigan, obviously, I'm not exactly prone to what they're practicing, but hey, I'd be interested to see. I'd be really interested to see if Orisa came up, because she's such an interesting character with a shield that's deployable. Of course, if your shield starts to get low on health, you just bring back another one, and it's full on health. She's got the miniature graviton, I pull you all together, which I think is such a great ability. It gets people out of position. I think I would really like to see a lot of that, but Are we going to see it? I'm not really sure. The meta hasn't shifted too much overall since last semester. The main thing that's really changed are the healers. Baptiste has now become more popular due to some recent changes with him, and just overall his position to other healers has been improved. So do I think we'll see Bap tonight? I think is where that leads us next. Again, it's hard to say. I feel like we will. Especially with this new roster with new healers and things of the sort, new healers, new damage dealers, and a couple of players that just aren't able to be here tonight. So it's going to be interesting. I'm intrigued to see how this goes. I really am. I'm really intrigued, and my goodness, I am excited for this game to get rolling. Looks like we're going to be going to Lijiang Tower. For our first map. This is, of course, a control point map. It's a best of 3 on the map. Also, as far as I'm aware, unless it got changed, there's a little bit of discussion about it. This is going to be a best of 3 matchup versus the best of 5 that we normally have. But that's just because this is preseason. It doesn't really matter. None of this goes into the official record. This is more so with, hey, these are the teams you're going up against. This is a little practice, scrim kind of deal. However, next week, during spring break, we are going to be having our first official match. It should be a great time. I'm ready to cast that, get into this season's official season. And oh man, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see this roster play. And to see not only SEU's roster play, but every other school's roster play as well. West Michigan University, I'm excited to see what they have on the table. Every team plays a bit differently. They have different player or characters they really like to focus on. They have different strats they like to focus on, and that's bases the characters they pick. Or the characters base their strategy. It's all interesting to see how it kind of falls together. And man, I am just so excited for tonight. So we're currently just waiting. All the teams are getting together. They're getting things set up. Looks like they're just getting the finishing touches going. Getting some profile pictures so they're all together, looking like a team. You know, we've got SEU with all the Olympic sport profile pictures. We're rocking the wrestling. We're rocking tennis, boxing, football / soccer, whatever you want to call it, water polo. I'm still really confused as to why Torbjorn plays water polo. I feel like that would be really hard for him. But hey, it's a thing. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's making it look as good as he can, the Swedish dwarf himself. But they're just getting, like I said, their last touches together. We'll be going to Lijiang, and we'll get into some fantastic Overwatch. I can promise you that tonight is going to be great. If you didn't catch anything from last season, you'll recall that during the group stage, SEU's black team just dominated the scene, going completely undefeated and crushing their opponents in a nonchalant fashion. They were just rolling through them. Most opponents weren't even able to take a single point off of SEU during that group stage, and then they made it a couple games into the playoffs and unfortunately were knocked out. But nonetheless, for an inaugural season, going undefeated in the group stage is quite a performance. It is quite a performance indeed. I think anyone can agree that if it is your inaugural season, then going undefeated, even if it is just through group stages, is exactly what you can look for in a team that's getting started up, getting new. And it looks like we're getting the ready signs. We're entering the game, and let's get into Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen, on Lijiang Tower. Here we go, folks. Lijiang Tower. It's good to be back. It's good to hear you, Miss Announcer Lady. I don't know what your name is. Does she have a name? I'm really not sure. But I will say I'm also curious in this robot and his shark. That's a shark. How would you do that to my poor bamboo shark? Look at him. And that's not going to matter too much in a second as we see the comps coming out from our teams. We've got SEU in blue and we got WMU over there in red. We're ready to get going here. Looks like we're going to see, Agape over here. He's giving me the same old Symmetra to start things off here. Oh boy, and Randy Savage over there as well. He's going, hey, you like Symmetra? Let's show him the Symmetra. I'm curious, so we're seeing the double Baptiste. We're also seeing the Lucio, which is, honestly, I would agree, a really great pick here on Lijiang on Market. especially being able to boot people off the back of that point. I'm curious to see who we get swapped to from... No, we are seeing the Symmetra. We are, in fact, seeing the Symmetra and the Junkrat here from SU, and the same is going to be said from the side of West Michigan. Here we go, onto the point here. It's already going to be Wookie Badger getting the first kill onto the lamp only here. But here we go. As the turrets and the lamps are falling, Kale Games is going to be the first to fall, with Starfall is going to be the first to fall, followed by Kale Games. Wookie going to be taken down as well. Here we go. B getting some good healing onto Mako. Can't see Mako, but he's going for the teleporter. Mako will fall though. But SEU currently on the point. Boss going after B here. It's going to be a fight that Boss just cannot win. Loses track of B. And that's going to be SEU taking the first cap here on Li Zhang. Now, they just have to hold the point. I need to turn the volume down. It's a little bit loud for me. But already we're seeing SEU working as a team, only losing a few members in that first fight, but managing to keep everything under control. What we do see, though, are two ultimates, and I want to talk about these ultimates really quick. We got the barrier coming up from Agape, and we've got the window from Garuda here. And these two, if you put that window down and all of a sudden Symmetra goes, yeah, deny with the wall. Here it is, the wall. Nope, they're going to save it. They win the fight, hands down, 4 down on the side of West Michigan already. Kale Games is going to help clean up with the rest of the team here, and that's going to be a team kill for SEU. We see a dominating performance from this lineup here. My goodness, and now with 3 ultimates, saving the Symmetra ultimate, deciding they didn't need it for the window. My goodness, we see Randy Savage over here swapping over to the Reaper. I talked about Reaper and that we would probably see him as he has been popular. Here comes the Graviton Surge from Kairos now. And with that, SEU is going to try and look to get him up. But it's going to be the window pop down from the side of SEU. And it's going to be Boss cleaning it up with a couple of kills with that empowered tire. But Boss and Kale Games, the 2 Junkrats, going for a fight here. Kale wins out, but here comes Reinhardt. Here comes Wookie. He's coming through. He's got the Earth Shatter. He's going to try to take the point as long as he can. Just stall. Keep them getting as much percent as possible. That lamp needs to come down, though. And with the lamp coming down, it's going to be SU pushing WMU back. Now, Captain Daddy just trying to get some charge as they push back. Garudo is going to dodge out of the way, but Starfall will be taken down by the charge, and Boss is forced back as well. Kairos is just chasing him into spawn at this point. He says, I don't care. Give me the charge. Give me the kills. It's SU with a dominating performance already this season. And this is just the preseason. Kale leaving a trap for his prey here, but let's look over at Nadium really quick. As the tire coming down to get some kills in the backline, just forcing it back. The sound barrier coming out from the side of WMU. Sound barrier from Nathan here is going to help secure 3 kills for Kale by keeping the team on the front line and forcing them into one position. That's a team kill, and that will be the first round to SCU, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Fantastic performance from SEU already. It's good to see Kairos coming back on the team. He didn't get to play at pretty much at all. He played a couple games at the end of last semester's season, but he unfortunately wasn't able to. Now he's back, and it's interesting to see the dynamic of this team. Note how much they're playing around their tanks and their DPS. I understand this is like basic knowledge, the supports and everyone, that's what you play around. The tanks you play around and you peel, you make sure that, hey, this person's protected. DPS, you're picking those priority targets. Oh, we're seeing the Sombra. Oh, we're seeing the Sombra here. Okay. Alright, Kale, let's see what you got here, buddy. And we see Agape on his Tracer. If you saw it last semester, you'll know that's something great to watch for sure. But let's talk about these picks for this map here. I agree with, I would say, every single pick here that I see from both sides. I see the benefits of both. We see the Zarya Monkey coming out from SU. They're playing that more aggressive style. The hat coming through from Kale here. He's going to help secure a couple of kills. Wookie was hacked there in the process. That's going to be 3. Make it 4. Can they make it all 6? Yes, they can. As SU just going through, showing no mercy. Agape is standing still. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's all back. He's good to go. He's good. But, you know, geez, this is what happened last semester, right? We got into the games and we saw the opponents, whoever they were, go up against SU, and SU was just showing that they're here to play, they're here to win. Agape coming in aggressive here. Let's take a look at that really quick here. Let's see if he's going to go for it again. He doesn't have any blink charges. He's going to wait out. It's going to be Captain Daddy being hacked here. Sigma, when you're hacked, it's a bit of a situation you don't want to be in, let's put it simply. As that, here we go. The fight is going to be engaged. The lamp comes down. Reaper going to be hacked here. He can't fade away. But is it going to bear? Transcendence coming out from B, keeping everyone alive. And the Primal Rage as well from Kairos is going to secure the kill on a Randy finally. And in fact, he's going to secure 3 kills, knocking them off the map. My goodness. SEU with the dominating performance. I cannot say it enough. One thing happens and the next thing I know, I'm saying it again. It's a dominating performance. And you really need to look at the positioning here. You watched how Western Michigan there, we were just all out of position for that Primal Rage. The Primal Rage came down. They managed to back up onto the balcony where they could be knocked off into the abyss below. I don't know why there's abyss below Li Zhang, but there is. Agape throwing out the pulse bomb. It's going to just kill the lamp. But now with the rally ready to go, that's survivability for the side. Here we go. Oh, the hack, a beautiful EMP, getting 5 members, not including the one that's dead, obviously. And that's going to be Western Michigan falling again. We saw the flux come out, and KL said, no. I think gravity and physics is lame. I've got electronics. And he says EMP to that, 91%. They've got to hurry on to point. Western Michigan has got to get on to point here. They're going to bring out the ball for it. It's going to be Randy being hacked. There we go. It's the Graviton and the rally. Keep them together. It's high noon. Agape just gets sit outside, and SEU takes map number 1. My goodness. I am having the same problem I did last semester, which was, well, we would be playing the game, and all I could say was SEU dominates the fight. The fights are over that quick. Yes, there are a lot of little things you can look at. Like, here it is. Watch again. See the positioning? They all back up to get away, but in all honesty, if you want to try and fight the Primal Rage like that, I would stay in. Because, you know, if you back up, there is that chance of being knocked off the map, and that's exactly what we saw. As just Kairos going through, swiping them all off. Just think of Andre the Giant in Princess Bride saying, "Everybody move!" And that's exactly what you got there from Kairos. My goodness. A fantastic performance from SEU. And I would like to say here, oh, okay, they're discussing the next map here. It's gonna be exciting. What a monster, says Jim. Yeah, I know. Just what a monster indeed. That's 3 off the map. My goodness, what do you even say to that? I don't even know what to say to that. It was just, oh my goodness. I don't even know. SEU just showing up again. It looks like we're going to have a bit of a swap up here. It's going to be Mako taken out for the place of J-Champ 101. And we're going to see how this goes. You know, we saw a great performance from, I would say, everybody on SEU there. The healers were keeping everybody alive in those fights. We saw the DPS not only playing for damage, but playing great position-wise. They were going for plays that were securing kills that they needed. Not only were they the ones securing kills, though, the tanks, my goodness. Guys, Kairos just popped off there. That's all there is to say about it. Kairos and Mako just going together and making the plays. Mako, you know, on the Reinhardt, just getting some, or not the Reinhardt, sorry. Zarya, I'm used to him playing Reinhardt now at this point. He's also got Reinhardt as his profile picture right now, so I'm just looking at that and I see that and I go, oh, Reinhardt. But he was Zarya there, just getting bubbles on the people they need him, keeping the charge up. We're going to King's Row now. So here we go to King's Row, and we'll get going through here. Yes, Kairos did blow up, that is for sure. He was just on fire. And alright, here we go. Welcome to King's Row, ladies and gents. It is my pleasure to bring you here this fine evening to King's Row. It's, well, it's not exactly overcast, but there are clouds in the sky, as is typical for London. And, you know, I must say it's still a beautiful night for a game of Overwatch. That was a really weird British accent. I didn't like that British accent at all. I've definitely done better. But that also brings up the question, is Western Michigan going to do better this round and show SEU what's up? SEU going to be on the defense here. We're going to see B on the Zarya here. We're going to see Kairos on the Reinhardt, J-Champ on Moira, Nadian on Lucio, Agape on the Hanzo, and Kale on the Sombra here. And I gotta say, we've seen some fantastic sniper work from Agape in the past, so I'm excited to see it again. Specifically, his Hanzo on King's Row has been really good. And you know, when it comes to the other side, when it comes to Western Michigan with Wookie on Reinhardt, Captain Daddy on Zarya, Randy on Reaper, Boss on McCree, and Garuda on Baptiste, and finally Star on the Lucio. It's been interesting to see this team and what they've been able to do so far. I think they've gotten the mindset of what they need to do. They know exactly what to do. But are they able to do it? That's been the question so far. Wookie already taken super low. The bubble used on him in the healing, but it's not going to be enough, and it's already going to be a 5-man for the side of SEU, making it 6 finally, as Star is the last to fall. My goodness, a team kill again for SEU? What do you do as Western University in this situation? I think you need to take a step back and go, hey, what's shutting us down here? And honestly, looking at, you know what's shutting them down? It's Kairos. Kairos is stepping up and just wrecking this entire series so far. Look at this, holding the line, waiting for the bubble to go down. RA secures a kill with B. The shatter, it's only going to get 1, but it might just be enough as, hey, with Wookie down, the rest of the team is fair game. Kairos going to be taken low. Here come the heals from J-Champ, though, and Kairos going through, swinging like a madman. Randy's there, though, and he says, I might be mad, too, or I might be savage and not mad, but I'll sure take you down one-on-one, buddy. That's not going to work. It's going to be Kairos taking it down. The healing, though, coming through. Let's talk about that really quick. The healing, just keeping Kairos alive here. That's what needs to be done. And my goodness, Kairos is just unstoppable. What can you do as Western Michigan here? You really gotta, I think Garuda's gotta work on these lamps a bit. These lamps are just shut down too much. This window, I don't think he needed to put here. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I would have waited maybe a little bit more, and this is kind of why. Wait for that grab to come through. Here come the dragons. That lamp's not gonna protect you for long, because dragons eat lamps, ladies and gentlemen, and that's Agape almost with the 6th kill there. But Kairos is going to take 1. Agape, my friend. Oh, that would have been your 6th kill. I feel it. I feel it. I'm gonna say, you know, that was pretty good. Can we get a F in the chat for Agape there? But also a W, because my goodness, look at that shot on the boss there. Look at that. He's coming back. He says, you know what? I didn't get to kill you once, but I'll kill you now. Because, hey, Agape goes, listen, I may have not gotten the 6th kill, but it doesn't matter because I'm playing for the team. And that seems to be what all these SEU teams are doing so far this year. They're playing together as a team. They are just playing so well. Here we go. They're in a prime position for an Earthshare. And he knows they're all there. He knows they're all there, and he goes for it. There it is. The shatter, the fire strike, and the hammer swinging through and swinging on the victory. SEU wins another team fight. My goodness. Holy cow. Oh, with 3 ultimates up as well, with the Barrier, the Coalescence, and the EMP ready to go, with Graviton and Dragons on the way. This is an uphill battle, through and through, the high noon, but you can't get into position. The EMP already coming through. Kale is going to be taken out here. I think that was the first kill that's been secured by Western Michigan this entire game. Coalescence is coming out, hammer down, coming down from the side of Western Michigan. It's not going to secure anything, though. As Wookie dies, the high noon won't get anything either. Oh, Randy's taken down by Agape. Agape is just having a field day. He's hunting rabbits, ladies and gentlemen. And these rabbits are not able to get into their hole fast enough. And Agape, even if they go in the hole, he will hunt them down and show them the might of the bow and the arrow. Here we go, going up and over the side here. He's got the dragons. The grab is ready to go here. We're waiting for it. They're starting to clump up. Are they going to clump up to it again? My goodness, we see Captain taken low. Heal coming through. Here comes the grab. Here comes the backpedal into the dragons. And the sound barrier will keep Western Michigan alive. They've got 1 second to touch. They're not going to be able to, though. And SU dominates the first round, only requiring 1 point. Western Michigan didn't get a single tick on the point there. SU just has to stay on for a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. A few seconds, that's all it will take. We're not even going to see the rest of the map. I'm a little disappointed. You know, I told them, I went to the captain of Team Nadium, and I said, hey, I'm hoping this semester, like, we get some good shows from you guys. Like last semester, it was just straight up dominating performances, and I had very little to talk about. I had so little to talk about. What do you talk about in a dominating performance like this, right? That's the job as the caster to make this interesting, but there becomes a point. There is a level where just as a caster, your job is to be honest with the audience, and hey, I will be honest with you. In these, SEU's just dominated. I've said it over and over and over again, but there's nothing else to say about these fights. SEU goes in, they win again. Western Michigan comes back, and then they win again. It's hard to tell you, hey, this is what's happening when the fights are over in seconds. It's a grab, it's a dragon. You get Earth Shatter with the team following up with just attacks and fire strikes and the like. And then, suddenly it's over. That's how it goes. You can talk about the ults all you want, but when it's over in a matter of seconds, hey, you scared me, man. But when it's over in a matter of seconds like that, hard to say what to do. Here we go, though. Western Michigan trying to hold the point. And once again, SEU just showing them they're here to play, they're here to stay. As now the team's just running through, and that's gonna be it. It's over. It's over already, instantly. In a matter of seconds, it's over. Match number 2 to SEU. Once again, I'm not sure if we're going to best of 5 for this preseason game. We're going to find out in just a moment, though. As we get the play of the game, here it is, the 5-man, the combo from B and Agape coming through with Kairos securing the 1 kill on the boss, which of course Agape got in the next attack. But man, SEU dominating. That's all there is to say. Holy cow, ladies and gents. It is going back. We're going back to lobby. We're coming back to map selection. Hanamura is going to be the choice from Western Michigan here. This will be fun. I like Hanamura. I think it's a very good map. I think it's probably... I would venture to say my second favorite double control point map. I prefer Temple of Anubis. I like the layout better. I think it's more fun. Hanamura, I really dislike that choke point on the first point. I think it's such a pain to play around. I think the second point's a lot better. But with Anubis, I really like just both sides of that. I like the first point. I find a lot of area to move around. And then, of course, in the second point, I find that whole area a lot fun to play around, especially as Reaper. And Reaper's got a special place in my heart, and so does Hanzo. From the early Overwatch days, they were the two I really played the most. And they were a lot of fun to play on Temple of Anubis. So it's got that place in my heart where I go, you know what, that was fun times on the map there. Oh my goodness. Though, SEU dominating. It's so hard to talk about that game because it was just so one-sided. And you know, you could say, oh, this is what Western Michigan was doing, but it was hard to tell exactly what they were doing because, hey, it was shut down that fast. And a lot of that is the communication. You'll notice the ults are being communicated so well. The Graviton went off. I'm talking about the second time the Graviton went off, for example. Graviton went off. We saw Agape jump back, dragon it. He was ready to go. He was in position. Not only that, the thing is, yes, they were communicated. But not only were they communicated, but the team knew ahead of time. They weren't communicated 2 seconds before. They were communicated, hey, I have my ult. This is what we're looking to do next fight. Let's look to do this. And so we saw Agape get in position up on the top. We saw B get in position on the side here, ready with the Graviton. And so as soon as that Graviton was off, Agape just had to move just enough. Just enough. Didn't have to move too far. Didn't have to move too short. Just a perfect amount of distance where he was in position to send off the dragons. As we come to Hanamura, the double control point map here. And with Western Michigan going to be starting on attack here, they need to win this. They need to get themselves a victory. Is it going to be here, though? With the power of Raynor and the Murloc, are they going to be able to get some points here? Looks like we're going to be seeing the same comp from them. Ooh, the same comp. And okay, we're seeing... no. Darn it. Agape, you do this to me every time. You give me some crazy pick, and I get a little bit excited. I'm like, you know what? Hey, whoa. We got some Torbjorn. We got Torbjorn, ladies and gentlemen. And then he goes, no, McCree. I have a excited to see the Echo, though. I'm excited to see Kale on the Echo. It'll be something we're interested. Of course, oh, Nadian, you're treating me. You're treating me to some good old Zenyatta here. Oh, yes, Zenyatta. Zenyatta is my favorite character in the game. I'm ready for this. Here we go. All right, the damage coming through. Kairos getting some free damage with the right clicks from the Zarya there. Going to be healed up, though, generating ult charge for both sides here. And now, as Western Michigan looking to push through, Captain already taken low. Watch the health bar. Watch that health bar there. Gonna be healed up here, but the shield's taken low again. Gonna be skirting that 200 there. Wookiee taken extremely low. Kale just getting some poke damage. You're feeding the bubble, buddy. Don't feed the bubble, and don't damage yourself either. My goodness, my friend. What are you doing? You're just helping the enemy. You know, it's one thing. It's one thing. All right, here we go. The window coming out from Gerudo already, getting that ult charge up, but they're not really able to make too much out of it here. Look at this. They're just not able to push through the front line of SEU. Oh, here we go. We got Wookiee getting around the corner. Hammer down, coming from B. B is going to be the first to fall, though. And here we go. Starfall and Moon boss next here, but so is Nadian. Nadian down. J-Champ going to fire up the window here, and it's going to be SEU winning the fight. It just goes to show you, you may not get the first kill, but that doesn't mean you won't win the fight. We saw, of course, B going down first there with Western Michigan, getting that push in, getting the first kill. But as soon as we saw Lucio and McCree fall, it became a bit of an issue. You're losing one healer. You can go, okay, that's fine. We got a Baptiste still. We just lost the Lucio. He's got that healing over time, slow and steady. But it still adds up. And here we go. They're all in a prime position. Are we going to see the grab from Cryos, or is he going to wait for a better combo? Oh, Reaper going to get out of it, but it doesn't matter. Randy is going to be shut down immediately. And the lamp is going to come through for the Crusaders. B with the shatter and the fire strike to secure another fight for SEU. Oh my gosh, it is ultimate after ultimate after ultimate here for SEU that just come up for the plays here. We saw the grab, it didn't secure them all the kills they wanted, but with 3 ults up, 3 ults, they used 2 in that fight, and now they have 3. They got the trans, they got the high noon, and they still have the personality matrix. This is going to be a tough fight for Western Michigan. If they can get a great high noon off here, that's what they want. They're going to want a fantastic high noon. Here we go, though. Kale Games coming in as the Reaper here. Just wants to get that Death Blossom. He's going to get charged up. He's going to pop it. No reason not to. Going to be taken down, but that's damage on the shield. And that damage on the shield is going to be enough to force Western Michigan back, because they're dropping like flies, with SU being one giant 6-pronged fly swatter here. It's Agape with Deadeye ready on the side here. Looking to have them come up, but they're going up the right side. They're going up the right side here. I don't know if Agape was prepared for this. He knows they're there now. Is he going to reposition? No, he's going to be fighting Captain over here. Captain, oh, he's going to miss that shot. Agape, you missed that shot. I'm not going to let you hear the end of that. I will. I'm not going to bug you for it, but my goodness, buddy. That you always miss the easy shots and hit the hard ones. It's a miracle. It truly is a miracle you're able to do that. Boss going to be stuck with 3 members of SEU. He's going to fall in Western Michigan only with 32 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a push count here. They need to get at least 1 click on the point. Here we go. Coming up the right side here, or the left side for attackers. Randy has the Death Blossom, good to go. He's coming up top. Graviton there. The high noon. Oh my goodness, Randy, what are you doing? You're just coming up and you're popping it. No one's even around. Have you given up to defeat so easily? Oh my goodness, SEU. Oh, there we go. Boss getting the high noon kill, and the Kairos at the end there. Kairos finally died, folks. It happened. It happened. We all saw it. Kairos died. Added on the counter. I'm gonna add it right now. I'm gonna write every time Kairos dies. Hold on. Let's go and find it. Here we go. Kairos deaths. 1. There we go. Alright, though. Now, with SEU on the attack and only needing 1 point once again. Oh, Western Michigan. I do not envy you right now. I do not envy this uphill battle you've had to take so far. And oh my goodness, no, don't run the same comp again. This is the point when you have to realize as a team, you gotta go, hey, this is working. We need to try something else. Our ultimates are getting shut down. That's a big problem. They're not getting any big ultimates off during these fights. You'll know every time when I'm talking about SEU winning team fights, it's about the ultimates, okay? The ultimates come down, and it's just over that fast. It's over in just a couple of moments here. That's all it takes in a team fight. A well-placed ultimate here, another one here, maybe if you need a second, and that decides everything. It's over that fast. My goodness. And this match is going to be over that fast if Western Michigan doesn't step it up a notch here. We have Kale now swapping over to the McCree and Agape on the Echo here. I think that's a good choice overall. You know, Kale, you know, his Echo was alright that game, but I'm not going to give him any awards for it, but simply Agape here. We'll see how he does, already securing a double kill with the laser, and that's going to be a team wipe, and that's going to be the point, that's going to be the game, that's going to be the match. It's SU with the 3-0 sweep against WMU. That's it. It's over. As simple as that. Look at your team. Oh, dude, I want some ramen. I want some soup. That sounds good. Kairo's getting the play of the game. We all know he died here, though. So we all know the true play of the game. We all know the here was the dang. Just the graviton and then absolutely destroyed there. Oh, poor Randy. I feel for you. That was not a situation you wanted to be in. But SEU was a dominating performance. I've said it at least 100 times. I'm going to go back, maybe watch the stream. I'll make a highlight reel of it. Just me saying dominated over and over again. And then that way I could get made fun of for it for the rest of my life. But that's completely fine. So, already, that's going to do it for this match of Overwatch. Black Team Overwatch match is over. That was a fantastic performance from SEU. They're showing up to play just like they did last semester. It's just all good. But hey, you know, that might be it for tonight's game. But tune in Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be having a Rocket League game with a red team. They've been having a great performance as well this season so far. It's going to be a good time. We also have another Overwatch game a week from today that is during spring break. So, you know, you might be busy and on vacation, but if you're not too busy, maybe sit down with your family for some good Overwatch fun. I'll be there to cast it. At least I should be, unless things get out of whack. You never know. It's spring break and all that stuff. We're going to find out. Coco and casters, by the way, this week with spring break, an executive decision. We're going to be having that take a break. I know we took a break yesterday as well. I got a bit busy with an event. But we're going to be taking a break from Coco and casters this weekend with spring break. But we'll see you back on that next week. So again, Thursday, 9 o'clock. Don't miss Rocket League. And Monday, I believe it's the same time. We'll find out. We'll get back to you on that. Be looking at the social media page for all those updates. So have a good night, and we'll see you next time.